Hi, my name is Hanno Samro, and I'm the co-founder of Fishfacts. The fishing industry is very complex. You have it on a local scale, you have it on a national scale, and you have it on an international or global scale. And it can be very difficult for you to know who's who. It might be difficult for you to understand which vessels belong to what country. And it might also be difficult for you to understand what kind of fishing vessels are they fishing trawlers, pelagic, etc. What we have done is that we have taken this complex situation and made it very simple. On Fishfacts, we provide you with more than 4,000 fishing vessels. You can see the owners, you can see what kind of fish this is, if it's pelagic or fishing trawler, or you can also see in what kind of country they come from. But there's another challenge. This is on an operational level. If we think about how are they performing financially, we have different challenges. You have barriers. You have language barriers, so you have Norwegian and Icelandic and Faroese maybe. You have different approaches for financial statements, so you have different methodology for it. And it might also be difficult for you to understand the whole complexity of it. So you might not know, you might on a local plan know who's who, but do you know, for example, who's who in the Faroe Islands, where I come from? And do you know how to get the information about the financial situation of a Faroese company? So that's complex. What we are trying to do is to make this complex situation, make it easier for you to have an overview of who's who and how are they performing compared to other companies. So what we have done is that we have launched what we call Fishfacts Analytics. Here you can have an insight of the company. That means you can go directly of a Faroese company, if you take that as an example. You can see the financial statement and you can see the key figures. But we have also taken it a bit further than that, is that you can have an overview of the market. So again, how is a Faroese company doing compared to maybe an Icelandic company or a Norwegian company or a company from Greenland? So there you can have a market overview of the whole fishing industry and how they are performing compared to other companies. But we have also taken it one step further. So let us take an example, a Faroese pelagic trawler. You might be interested to maybe invest in the Faroes or just to have an oversight of who's who in the Faroes. Then you can go on this, our platform, Fishfacts Analytics, and you can say, how is pelagic company X doing compared to the whole peer group? There you can have all kind of ratios. You can have a look at profit margins, debt to equity, solvency ratios. You have basically the whole overview of the financial situation in the industry. And what we have done also is that we make this complex information visible on an easy scale. So we are using the most modern tools to present this complex data. And maybe many of you know, we have 30 years experience in the fishing industry. I'm only 32, so I don't have that much experience. But my father, you might know him, Ole Samro. He has many times been a presenter for maybe the Norwegian Fishing Trawler Association or the Pelagic Forum. This whole database is built on his 30 years experience in more than 40 countries throughout the whole world. Before I end this, I think I have a quote that illustrates, shows us who we are and what we do, and what you as a bank, investor, even a ship owner or insurance company, what kind of data you can receive from our Fishfacts Analytics. This is probably a guy many of you know, Kolberg Giske Ødegaard, former senior analyst for Nordea Markets. He has been testing Fishfacts, and I think I'm going to read out loud what he thinks about our program. Fishfacts Analytics saves you time and effort in your industry research and gives you a better overview of a rather complex industry. So you have this complex industry. The fishing industry, it is, as I said, divided by borders, it's divided by economic zones, it's divided by language. You have it on a local scale, you have it on an international scale, and then you have it on a global scale. It's very, very complex. But what we have done is that we have taken this complexity and made it simple for you so that you can go directly on Fishfacts and you can see, first of all, the vessels. You can see technical details about them, so when are they built. You can see the owners, so which companies own these fishing vessels. And then you can go in and see how are these fishing vessels performing, either themselves or how are they performing compared to other industries or within the same industry. So what we have done is we have gathered all this information on one platform, taken all these complexities, and we have put it on one platform and made it simple for you to use so that you can have an overview of the industry. And the best thing is, the answer is only one click away. If you have any questions, you are welcome to write here, or you're welcome to contact me afterwards, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.